Chapter 2. General Ryuk waited at the bottom of the saucer's ramp as Marks, Stair, and Go exited the saucer, followed by the Captain Veer and several of the Daleks. Ryuk nodded to Marks, who stopped before Ryuk as Stair and Go proceeded past them. "Pilot Marks, you had an interesting landing approach?"
"The distortions are decreasing in frequency, but are intensifying. It may be necessary to drop supplies from orbit."
"I will take that under advisement. I assume you have data from the ship's sensors?"
"Of course."
"Then I won't keep you." Marks nodded his eye stalk and headed toward the base. Captain Veer moved up to take his place. "Captain Veer, welcome to Skera." Veer looked Ryuk up and down. He had read some of the reports regarding the two hybrids and the reason for their existence, but Veer had never met either of them until now.
"General Ryuk, I am formally protesting the decision for this planet to be chosen as the home of Conquest Army Zero."
Ryuk smiled to himself. He was expecting resistance, but this form he could handle. "I am assuming, Captain, you are referring to the distortions that make landing here a challenge."
"By challenge you mean almost certain destruction?"
"We have only lost one ship, and that is the reason Pilot Marks and his team are assigned to guide new ships down. They have dealt with the effects the distortions have upon ships many times, and each time we learn more about them."
"That may be, but why this world?"
Ryuk let his inner smile show on his face, and he waited for the usual response that this got. "The Emperor himself suggested the planet." Right on cue, Veer moved back.
If the Emperor wishes it, so then it is enough for me, but I advise taking up your pilot's suggestion of orbital supply drops. Here is the manifest and transfer order."
Veer handed a data slate over to Ryuk. "Transfer? I was unaware there would be new personnel arriving today." Before Veer could answer, a new Dalek pushed past him.
"I am Senior Supervisor Snidge, General. I have been assigned to you by the Logistics and Support Section."
Veer backed up and started back up the ramp, then stopped and turned back to Ryuk.
"Am I dismissed, General?"
Ryuk was eyeing Snidge, then registered the captain's question. "Yes, Captain. Your crew is welcome to use the facilities we have here." Veer said nothing and headed back up to his ship. Ryuk turned his attention to Snidge, who was using a standard cream and gold travel machine of the Imperial Legion, but his speech indicators were tall. Ryuk laughed to himself as they made Snidge look like some kind of Dalek rabbit. "Supervisor Snidge, welcome to Skera."
"Senior Supervisor General."
Ryuk eyed this new Dalek. He was bold, standing up to a general. "My apologies, Senior Supervisor. May I ask what you are here to supervise?" Snidge looked at Ryuk.
"You, General. It is required that a new general be supervised and assessed. That is what I will be doing. Though I may not have a military rank, I will be permitted into all areas of your facility, including your personal space."
A snoop, Ryuk thought to himself. Great. Well, there's no way of getting rid of him, sort of shooting him. Well, some Daleks won't like it, but I guess orders are orders. "Lex!" Lex appeared, followed by Trip and another Dalek, an engineer called Mute, a member of Trip's engineering team. Though stable, Mute had lost the ability to speak and had formed a close bond to Trip. Though silent, he was very good at communicating his ideas and opinions, and was busy reorganizing the engineering teams assembling the base, much to the annoyance of the section leaders. Lex moved up to his general and eyed the newcomer.
"General."
"This is Senior Supervisor Snidge. He has been assigned to conduct a review of me and this army. Show him to the barracks and then give him a guided tour."
"I obey. This way, Senior Supervisor."
Snidge followed Lex as they headed towards the base. "From now on, Senior Supervisor, I will address you as Snidge. I trust that will not bother you." Snidge said nothing and continued to follow Lex. Ryuk turned back to Trip and Mute. "Yes, Trip, what can I do for you?" Mute watched Snidge follow Lex towards the base. Something didn't feel right about this new Dalek. Conquest Army Zero's base was similar to the First Army base on Zaragellan, with a central tower, but whereas the First Army fortress had an inner and outer ring with various docking bays, the Zero fortress had the tower and its base, then a large open ring with an outer ring. Lex and Snidge passed various ships and hoverbouts lined up on a makeshift dirt landing zone. Snidge stopped by a ship he did not recognize, a large angular vessel with two large wings that were folded up against the ship's hull. A single ramp led to inside the ship. Two guards stood either side of the ramp. Lex backed up to join Snidge, who turned his dome to face the sub-commander.
"An Alliance security vessel, acquired by the General on a recent operation. We are in the process of refitting it with Dalek technology,
while keeping the exterior in its original condition.
What of the energy signature? Dalek technology produces a completely different energy signature to that of human technology.
That is correct. We are fitting a energy radiation dampener that will disguise the new energy signature. Snidge gave the ship one last look and continued onwards toward the base.